Hello, welcome to the stream. It's Liverpool versus Chelsea and kickoff is just about to happen. Now it's a minute silence, so we'll do that just now. So we've had the minute silence, so kickoff is just about to happen just now. I'll go through the teams in just a couple of seconds. I'm just about to do the last thing and I'll be with yous and ready. Right, and that is me back. So that's perfect. So they've kicked off. So it's Chelsea playing left to right, and we'll go through the team news just now. So it's Alisson who's back, Alexander-Arnold, Kabak, Fabinho, Robertson, Wijnaldum, Jones, Thiago, Mane, Salah, Firmino. Chelsea, Mendy, Azpilicueta, Christensen, Rudiger, James, Jorginho, Kante, Chilwell, Ziyech, Mount and Werner. Hello. So this sound. Hi all. You came in a minute silence. There was a minute silence, sorry. So I was observing that. I don't like talking when there's a minute silence. But Chelsea put the ball straight through to Werner and it's already it's a corner. So I watched a quick interview with Tuchel. Now he's playing Werner tonight and his thinking behind it is instead of playing Giroud, he's played Werner because he feels that because Liverpool are... He didn't use the word weak, but they are. Because they're weak at the back, he feels that Werner will be able to exploit that and he feels it's going to be a pacey game. So he wants a player with some pace and that's why he's opted to go with Werner rather than Giroud. So we'll see how that works out and if it pays off or not. I think it will actually. I really do. Yeah, I've saved that. It should be working now. So, yeah. So I'm just going to bring up my chat in case there is anybody talking. It is saving, but it seems to have crashed. Got my cup of tea and shortbread. Oh, shortbread and a cup of tea! I think Chelsea are going to win this. I think Liverpool, there's Chilwell and Salah having a bit of a WrestleMania moment. I think that, yeah, Liverpool are going to be outplayed in this game. Chelsea have just too many players. Alisson, unfortunately, after his dad dying, his head will still be all over the place. And because of their defence still not sorted, I don't think they'll do. I don't think they'll win. If they do win, then it's some achievement because Chelsea have Werner on, they have Ziyech on. You know, they've got Kante that allows these players to get up the park, so there's really no excuse. They've got Mason Mount on. There's no excuse for Chelsea not to win this game. And we see Salah trying to get beyond his man, but it doesn't pay off. But I'm going to bring up chat because it seemed it did crash on me. But I think it's all working now. But I did see briefly in the software about the silence. Yeah, it was just because I was doing a minute silence. That's why I didn't speak. As I say, speak or forever hold your peace. And because it was that, I didn't talk. So that's that done. So we're sorted. We are sorted. I'm just going to bring up the chat. And that is us. Pop out. Hi, Eagles. I'm actually thinking that's a good choice. I can't even get into my kitchen to get food or drink because I'm doing this. But yeah, here's a free kick and it's Timo Werner is up. He's got his next to Fabinho, but Fabinho pushes him wide. Goes all the way back to Reece James, but Kante picks it up. What amazes me is the amount of times that they've said Kante is going to be sold off and he allows any team that he's in, Leicester, Chelsea, to play so attacking because you know that he's going to be there to clean up and sweep up any players that come in. We saw that with Jordan Henderson when he moved to centre back. He wasn't there to sweep up the defensive midfield role. In fact, I need to put it on the TV to make sure that I'm actually on. Are you on? Are you on? There's a train. I don't. I think that's me now. Yes. So we're 5 minutes in. Let's just put it on my TV so that I can see it. So Chelsea have been the better of the two teams thus far, and they're definitely attacking this midfield this defence where Fabinho is playing. If you're Salah or Mane, you really need to get a goal early to put the pressure on Chelsea. So you can sit back. If you don't, then Chelsea are just going to keep pressing and pressing, and they'll eventually bring on Giroud in the second half, and you know that he's going to get goals. So it's going to be tough for Liverpool, really tough. But there's Robertson. He's got the ball. He's running back, but you see Salah. Salah's got people in the box. Puts the ball back to Robertson. Robertson shoots! And that is the worst shot I've ever seen from Robertson. That was terrible. Absolutely terrible. Shoots with his left foot across the goal, and Mendy didn't even have to move. It was terrible. You're not going to get many of these chances. I am Scotty to the max. I also eat porridge. There's loads of great places to visit in Scotland. Just always midges. Depends on what you want to see. You've got Edinburgh City, that's got the castle, that's got the historic buildings where you can go and see the grave of who's that guy that died in Harry Potter? Like it's a fictional character, it's not a real character, but apparently that was filmed there, or it was when she wrote the book, it was based on that grave. So you can go and see that, or you've got Inverness, it's full of mountains and hills and lakes and lochs, and it depends on what you want to see. There's so much stuff. Yeah, I'd be up for somewhere nice. Here's Mane. He gets the touch in the box, but he puts it a little bit too in front of himself there. But Rudiger's straight on him. And Salah's playing wide again this week. He's not playing in the box. I don't know if that's going to be an issue. Great touch here by Robertson, but just he took the touch that was fantastic, and it was just millimetres over the line. Yeah, I think. Well, you've got that Scotland 500. They done it on the Grand Tour actually. The 500. They didn't obviously show all of it, but that takes you around the coast. So you see dolphins at the top, and then you see seals, and then you come round and you see other stuff. I haven't done it myself, but I just know that that's what it's called, the Scotland 500. Aye, never any sun, by the way. Ever any sun. Sun doesn't exist in Scotland. We get 2 weeks of sun every year, and that's it. And the ball's away there to Mane. Can Mane get to it? No, Mendy beats him to it. There was a great ball there though by Curtis Jones, and if I remember correctly, Curtis Jones got taken off last week or the week prior, and there was a lot of Liverpool fans not happy that he was taken off. Here's Werner though. Shoots Werner! Just over the top corner. He took the touch, put the ball down, spotted his target, shot, and I swear it was just that. That is the joy of the Premier League. It can go from one half to the other half that quick. I meant to ask you actually, TD. See, when you do your thumbnails for your channel, what do you use? Because I use Canva.com. It's quite good actually. They've got a free mode where you can just build your own thumbnails. That's what I do anyway, just in case you're looking for a thumbnail builder site, or YouTube or Instagram in general. It's quite good. So it's been highly contested the first 11 minutes. It's been an interesting watch, I must admit. The last game was pretty good at Everton, so we'll see how good this game is. I really think I need to get a new trackpad, honestly. I don't even think it's working properly. That's fine. So far, Tuchel, his decision to play Werner, because that will exploit Liverpool at the back thus far, has actually worked quite well. Just need to see what Liverpool do to try and defend that. And Chilwell's lost the ball to Mohamed Salah. Trent-Arnold, GG. He's been really consistent these past few weeks. Alright, I'll put it in there. There's when you go on the webpage, there's a paid or a free version, and the free version is good. So that's what I use. You can just upload your own pictures and stuff. So I just take pictures from the PremierLeague.com or Sort It Out FM, and yeah, so far so good. But here's Salah, puts the ball in the box, and he just can't quite get to Mane. And here's Kante, pick the ball up, puts the ball to Ziyech. The way the game's going so far, the game could be won by either team. I thought I'd put it on. See, I knew that was going to happen. Put a thumbnail on it and it didn't work. I knew that's what it was. There you go. That should be fine now. Andrew Robertson's putting the ball up to Salah again. Salah seems to be getting the ball quite a lot in the first 15 minutes, but he's not been able to do much with it. Chelsea will be looking to get their spell when it comes, and be looking to exploit the centre backs. Let's see, Ziyech was open there, but he's put the ball over to Reece James and to Kante. Here's Ziyech, Reece James at the ball in. Good head there by Werner! Oh, and Alisson does get it. Werner from about 6 yards out, he gets the ball on the bounce, and he opts to hit it with his foot, so he can't put much power on the shot, and I think that's the only reason why he didn't score. That was, again, it's a warning to Liverpool. Liverpool are playing quite a high line. Ball in the box to Reece James. Werner shouting for it, and it's over the bar. Azpilicueta puts the ball over the bar, but Werner is up for his game. He keeps shouting for the ball. So like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that. That was, I'm telling you, by the way, did it not come up there? My thing, Canva. I don't know if it removes it if you put a website on, but it shouldn't. It's canva.com. That was really close to by Chelsea, by the way. Really close. So Chelsea are now just passing it between the defenders. Kante gets the ball forward. There's plenty of people for Chelsea in front, and the ball comes over to Werner. Werner takes a touch. He's going to plead for a free kick, which he didn't get. Did it work that time, TD? and Fabinho has put the ball out of play. So 18 minutes in, Chelsea have had a few chances. It's going to be it's a corner. What's Chelsea going to do? They're going to put their big men forward, and they have Rudiger, Christensen. So they've put forward a few tall players, and it's going to be Mason Mount putting the ball in. Poor ball to the front post, and it just really was poor. And this allows Curtis Jones to get the ball away. But he loses it to Kante. It's always Chelsea! They've got 3 players forward. Werner shoots! And Ziyech's not happy. He didn't put it back to where he was. Liverpool are Chelsea have had 81% possession in the last 5 minutes. Liverpool are all over the place defensively. Werner is just giving them absolute nightmares. So from what I read earlier, this is the 15th partnership that Liverpool have put out in their defence this season. 15 different duos of centre backs. You just can't do that. But again, it's not really their choice, is it? Is it, after losing Van Dijk, Gomez, and then Henderson's not on, but he could be on the bench. I think he might be on the bench. They do have Jota on the bench though, so that's a welcome return. But I think they would rather have Gomez, to be honest. Obviously they would love to have Van Dijk, but that's not going to be for a while. Here's Thiago, Fabinho. Puts a great ball through to Salah, and it's easily taken in by Mendy. Cheers, buddy. Cheers, buddy. I won't be monetised for a long time. My hours are pretty freaking low, like my watch hours. I've got the subscribers, and I do get a lot of views, but you've got to have a lot of watch hours as well. I don't know why it just isn't going up. I've got X amount, and I've got X amount that should be added on, and they've not been added on yet. So, yeah, I don't know. The thing with YouTube is it's all about helping out other people as well, isn't it? It's not all about yourself, it's about what you can do. You see that with Mr. Beast. Yeah, Mr. Beast. He does a lot of stuff, but what he does do is he only brings in people that are, say, strangers once in a while to do his like hide and seek or whatever, his touch a car or whatever. It's usually just him and his team, and or him and his mates. And it's brilliant because he's made all his mates pretty wealthy. But as a viewer, it would get boring pretty quickly because you're thinking, well, that person just won the car 2 videos ago. Now they're fighting for an island, and when they did do the island one, no one wanted it. So there's all the Chelsea players asking for blankets. Here's Reece, gets the ball at the park. Timo Werner, who is pretty much up there himself. Tuchel's quite happy, but Klopp is not a happy bunny. He knows that he is up against this tonight. And Chelsea are just playing it back to back between their defenders. So let's see who's in the. Let's see what's happening. Or is it 94,000? 4,000. Yeah, 4,000. Yeah, 4,000. I'm hoping that I'm going to put up. Oh, Chelsea, Werner. Oh. It's a goal. Oh, is that going to be offside? Or is it a goal? Yeah, it's a goal. But is that going to be given as an own goal? Alisson came out with his goal and he didn't get it. And now 4 players of Liverpool are basically standing pointing to each other that they didn't get their man. It says goal given. Let's see. So the ball comes in. Werner's on side. Alisson comes out to no man's land. And it's easy for Werner to just touch the ball. Not even over the head of Alisson, but just to the side. And he scores. What a howler by Alisson. Alisson's on the edge of his box. He opts to run out. So what's that, 35 yards out he ends up being. Now there's a possible offside, but it's between Werner and Andrew Robertson. This is going to be interesting. But this is what I was saying earlier. It's about the speed. Tuchel thought that Werner would catch him out via his speed. This is why they didn't opt to go with Giroud. And it's given us offside. Oh, I don't know what's offside, by the way, because I thought he was on. That saves Alisson's bosses, honestly. Oh. I see. So it's VAR. As far as so yeah, it's giving us offside. I don't know. That has saved his blushes, but that is a sign of things to come. Because Liverpool are playing a high line, and Werner caught him out there. Now Alisson ran out, and I'm not saying he should or shouldn't, but you don't run out if you're not going to get the ball, and he had no chance of getting it. So it's still 0-0. Hi, Fuza. At our school, we actually helped Mr. Beast Trees charity because we had an option on which one to help. We chose Mr. Beast as we grew all trees. He's making a lot of money by Mr. Beast. He makes fucking dollar like. I think he is going to end up being richer than PewDiePie, honestly. Oh, the ball's over to Timo Werner again, but the ball's been pushed wide, so he'll have to try and play the ball in. He does. There's nobody there to get it. It's given us a goal kick anyway. But Timo Werner has been fantastic this first 27 minutes. And it goes back to the offside decision again, and I'm not sure. I think people in the commentary are a little bit. I don't know if they're convinced if Werner was offside, because there was another Chelsea player that was offside, but he didn't impact the gameplay at all, so that wouldn't have mattered anyway. You see Arnold coming up, he passes the ball to Robertson. Liverpool are basically playing a risky game, playing a high line when you've got Chelsea with such players with such pace. I'm not saying that Thiago and Fabinho and that sort of thing, sort of players aren't quick, but they're not as quick as Timo Werner and your Mason Mounts and stuff. So certainly not a style of play that I would have played, but I don't get paid to be a manager, so it's okay. Let's see. Hi, a person. Oh, man, he just misses. 6 years. A person, I'm cool. 6 years. It doesn't actually count as 6 views, it counts as 6 folk watching. But also as well, by the way, I am a person, I'm cool. Doesn't even make much sense grammatically. Shortbread, always shortbread. Get that sugar rush. Sugar rush. Oh, the ball comes in. I'm going to assume it was a person, I'm cool, that gave me a downvote. Which is funny. But anyway, Thiago puts the ball through to Firmino. The ball goes wide out to Salah. He gets the ball into Mane. He's looking for the return. Doesn't come. Now Chelsea are doing pretty well actually in their box. They've got a lot of players back, so perhaps looking for the 1-2 wasn't the best option. And there's two Liverpool players basically going for the same ball. I don't know if a person, I'm cool, still here or not, or if he's left. I'd love to see how many views he gets on his channel per month, because I'd imagine it's about 6. There's Robertson, Trent-Arnold. Back over to Curtis Jones. And Curtis Jones is, I think that was a shot. If it was a shot, it was a terrible shot. Tuchel's not happy with his defenders anyway. Tuchel's still unbeaten in the Premier League. He's had a draw. Hasn't won all his games. He's had a draw, but he's unbeaten. So Werner passes the ball to Chilwell. Chilwell's got a lot of room actually. And it's Mason Mount. Yeah, 6 years, which you'll never get. Cheers, TD. It's true. It's true. So here's Salah. Oh, and he's put a poor decision off a ball. He's cut the ball in, thinking that Mane is going to run from where he was to Salah's side, and he doesn't, obviously. Mane did run. He was making that run, but he kind of checked it. I'm just hoping that these watch-alongs start getting more goals earlier in the first half. Here's Gigi. Tries to play the ball through to Robertson, but because he takes his time, Jorginho can get in there. Chelsea are favourites to win this, no doubt. Two dislikes. That's because here's Jota. That's because people have came on YouTube wanting to get the stream. If he'd asked me nicely where he could find it, I would have told him, but he didn't. Kahan Samak Ho. Don't know if that's UK Ho or just Ho. I don't know if that's Ho as in how we would call Ho in Scotland, or as they would call it on wrestling, the Ho train. Ho. So the ball goes to Robertson, to Mane. Mane's got options. He's got Salah, who is on the edge of the box where he could have passed. And it's Gigi. Liverpool are struggling to break down this Chelsea team. I'm not saying that they won't do it, I'm saying they're struggling. If you're a Liverpool fan just now, you are genuinely worried for top 4, by the way. Like, being serious, because Chelsea are sitting back just now, letting Liverpool just play onto them and taking it when they can, and then just letting Werner just run with it. So it's a bit like when Floyd Mayweather fights. He just lets his opponents come at him for 4 or 5 rounds, and then once his opponent tires himself out, and then he just goes all out and goes for it. This is what Chelsea are going to do. Because the more that Liverpool get forward, the more they play a high line, and the more comfortable they're getting with that high line. And Chelsea will exploit it again. For me, that wasn't offside, by the way, but what can I say? Can't please or make everyone happy. Yes! Best score in the world. That was quite a good game, that actually, because Man United got it was Man United that played first and they had a bad result, and then it was Liverpool that got beat off Aston Villa. It was crazy, that game. Uh, 16. Thanks everybody that's watching, and if you like, shares, comments, all that. No doubt you'll want to know where you can actually watch the game, probably. And Chelsea with the free kick in their own half, and Kante, Ziyech. So Chelsea played the better in the first 25 minutes. I think they've purposely let Liverpool just come onto them in the last 5 minutes, because they've been able to take the ball off them, and Liverpool haven't been able to do anything with it in the Chelsea half. And what that's allowed Chelsea to do is to try and counter attack with Werner, because Liverpool are playing a high line. It's just what I'm seeing. Spurs v United wasn't a good result either. I think that the referees do side with some of the big clubs like Liverpool, especially Man United. I think Man United get a lot of decisions because who they are, 100%, and a lot of these smaller clubs don't get the decisions. That's one reason why VAR was introduced. But here's Chelsea on the counter. Play the ball, Rudiger. What are you doing? Rudiger had Timo Werner running in between two defenders, and it was easy just to thread the ball through, and he opts to run, and then play the ball to the right hand side. And then when the person on the right hand side played the ball into Werner, the defender got it. But it was so easy for Rudiger just to thread the ball through, but he opted not to. Crazy. It was Ziyech. That was such an easy ball just to pass. Let me sure. But here's Robertson, plays the ball through. Is Mendy going to get to it? No, Mendy gets to it first. I've been impressed with Mendy since he's joined Chelsea. There's a nice wee flick ball over to Mason Mount. Mason Mount's got Timo Werner and Ziyech in the box. Plays to Ziyech, and Ziyech claims for a handball when it hit Fabinho. See what's happening in chat. See, Graham should be in chat controlling all this. Leeds will lose the next 3 games because they can't win in London. That's true, actually. That is true. think the last time they won in London was when you played Arsenal. Arsenal in 2004 at Highbury. So there you go. I've put the channel up and I will be putting that down in 2 minutes. So if anybody asks me, I've put it up and I'll take it back down again in 2 minutes. So there you go. Give me a like. Don't say I didn't help you out. Billy Cambeezy. So we're 40 minutes in here. Chelsea, I would say, have had the better chances. Played the better. Liverpool have had a couple of chances, but Chelsea have been able to really contain them pretty well when they've been coming up. So we are now... Hat-trick Roofy. Was that the last time? Yeah. I know that was in the Premier League. That was the last time. Sir Kenny Dalglish, he's looking old. He's not looking too healthy either. Right, so that's been 1 minute. 1 minute left, and I bring it down. I quite like this Curtis Jones that plays for Liverpool. You can certainly look to keep him next season and play him quite well. Oh, the ball went back to Mendy with a back pass and almost played in Andrew Robertson. And it's 40 minutes and it's still 0-0. Please, everybody that's watching, pray for a goal. Ah, Rangers, right, I see. That team. That team. Yeah, I'll remove the comment now. Oh, sugar. That isn't what I meant to do, actually. I meant to remove my one. Oops. Ah, wrong freaking button. Wrong button. Anyway. Here's Salah, he's got the ball through. He puts the ball past Chilwell and Chilwell's able to run back and get it. Do you think Salah's going to get a move this summer? I really don't see him I don't see him as a Liverpool player next season. I don't know what it is. I just don't see him there next season. I think he's going to make a move. I don't see him playing with the same body language as he used to. But he's done it all now. He's Champions League, Premier League with Liverpool. So I think he's going to move. Here's Mason Mount. I'm quite surprised there that Timo Werner. He scores! Mason Mount scores! Well, what I was going to say was I was surprised that Werner ran on, because it then wouldn't have been easy to get the ball to him. But what he's maybe done is he's ran on to pull the defenders with him. Let's see, let's check. Because it basically allows Mount just to run into his box. Yeah, I think when Werner ran there and he pulled two defenders with him, it's allowed Mount just to run across the 18-yard box. He beats Fabinho. And then when Werner runs on, it pulls the defenders, pulls Thiago, and it pulls Kabak and stuff. So, yeah, it was definitely. I think it was purpose. I think it was purposeful from Timo Werner. That's why he ran on. But I'll change the score, because if I don't change the score, I will forget. Yeah, above me, that's thingy. That's from our website, and it tells you what's happening in the game. How do you score? I think it's about 10 seconds in front of what I am. which is unfortunate. But 1-0 Chelsea. We got a goal in the first half, boys and girls. First time in a while. Yes! Here's Kante. He's looking. I'm actually thinking about getting a corner with some bananas in it. I'm that happy. Now what do Liverpool do? They were playing a high line earlier. They've got to commit. They've got to commit folk forward. And I see there they've only got Fabinho back in their own half. Here's Mane. He is looking for a free kick, but it's not going to be given. I actually do fancy a corner, but I think I'll just cook something that's in the kitchen. Here's Timo Werner, and he doesn't get to it. It's taken there by number 26, which is Robertson. But that's what I'm saying. You've got Liverpool that are attacking so far ahead, and they've only got one defender back. So when Timo Werner runs, it's him versus one defender. And if he beats that defender, it's him against Alisson. Liverpool are playing a dangerous game, by the way. If you're a Liverpool fan, your bum's going like this, because every time you lose the ball up in the Chelsea half or Chelsea box, you risk the counter-attack, and they'll just pump it up to Timo Werner. There's a ball through, and Curtis Jones tries to take it in his stride and he can't quite control it. If he had, he was in a fantastic position to get a shot away, and he would have been pretty much one-on-one. Yep. Hi Cordell. I've got 30 viewers. Hi Cordell. Yeah, so if anybody is asking about the match, I did put it on chat earlier, by the way. So if anybody wants to say that they're not getting to watch it, I did put it on chat earlier and then I took it back down. But it will still be on there if you replay the video. But yeah, that was some goal. It was well worked. I think what Tuchel says earlier in the pre-match about catching Liverpool on the break, he's been spot on. And Timo Werner, he actually ran. That's half time now. He actually ran into an offside position whilst pulling the defenders out of the game. Mane is signalling to a player, I don't know who, but he's signalling that he's been sleeping. So there seems to be quite a lot of issues at Liverpool. As I said, when the goal came in, it was disallowed. There was 4 players, and they pointed to each other saying, "Why didn't you mark Timo Werner?" And that goal was disallowed. That'll come up again in the halftime chat with I think it's Jamie Carragher and somebody else in the studio. But for me, that was a goal. 100% that was a goal. Thanks for 21 people watching. Like, share, comment, all that. As I say, I did put the stream, where you can find the stream in the chat, and if you just go back in the video, you'll find it. I actually got 26 subs the other day there, and I got one earlier in my previous stream, and I'll probably get about 1 or 2 in this stream as well. It's all about building it up, and it's all about just because some people will only watch certain games. But as I say, once I get up to a wee bit, I think my first giveaway is going to be £50 Amazon gift voucher. I was going to do a football top, but I'm thinking that then restricts me from sending that top to anywhere in the world. Because what happens if somebody wins and they stay in India or they stay in America? So it's easier just to get a £50 or the equivalent gift voucher in Amazon and then just send it, because you can just send the code. So you can send the code via a Twitter message or a YouTube message or something like that. Thanks, Cordell. Best YouTube. I think that's a compliment. TD, is that a compliment? Thanks, Cordell. But yeah, that's what I'm hoping to do really soon. Once I get my 2 challenges out of the way and I get those videos up and I get some traction on those videos, I will start doing giveaways once a week or twice a month, depending on what I do. I can get £50 a week away probably every week, and that'd be alright. Oh, you didn't phone your girlfriend yesterday? Oh, mate. You can't leave your girlfriend hanging like that. She'll go mental. I think it's a compliment. You can't leave your girlfriend hanging like that, honestly. You need to talk to her. You need to text her every 5 minutes. Man United, there you go. This is when I always watching my channel. Man United, but yeah, so I'll start doing the giveaway soon. Once I start getting regular viewers and stuff, I'll start doing it, and then that should be pretty good. That's the idea anyway. So TD5 in trouble. Oh mate, he is in big trouble. Big trouble. Can you imagine? Thanks for that sharing and stuff. Can you imagine that? You've got a missus and you just don't talk to her for a whole 24 hours. How could you forget to talk to your missus? How? How can you forget? How? Mate, she'll go after. She'll kill you. I don't know how you can forget to. Exactly. How can you forget to text her? Don't I mean, have you not got Facebook Messenger or something like that, where you can just Facebook her or something like that? I don't have Facebook, so I don't know how Facebook works, but I know it's got a messenger on it. So, oh mate, how long have you been seeing her for? And this doesn't look too good, by the way, because see, your anniversaries, you'll end up forgetting that as well. If you forget to text her, aye. There you go, Cordell. You tell him. I'm assuming that you know his missus. You tell him, because she'll batter you. Not that I know her, but all women are the same. She'll batter you. I'm in big trouble. So you only see this girl so you only see her at school then? Yeah, you are in big trouble. Come Monday. 1 year yesterday. So you didn't even text her on your anniversary? Wow. That makes it worse. Oh, I forgot to text you. Oh yeah, it was an anniversary yesterday as well. I forgot that as well. Yeah, but see with all big companies, all big companies tend to sell your data. All big companies do it. Like Facebook and Twitter and all that. Well, Trevor, there won't be a second year anniversary. That I can tell you. I probably shouldn't have been saying that in case. Well, it better not happen. Cannot believe you forgot to text her on your Well, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say, yeah, you remember to watch me, but you forget to text your missus on our anniversary. Ouch. Did you buy her a nice gift? I wouldn't advise buying her a watch or anything like that because you think that you're taking the piss. Buy her like Back to the Future or something. Say that you'll go back in time and send a message or something like that. Ooh, get this. Miguel. Why does it say Cordell then? How can he make it up to her? He's going to be in school. He's going to have to go and see her between classes. I'm sorry, I forgot to text you. And she'll say, I wouldn't have minded, but you forgot to text me on the Saturday and Sunday as well. Oh, mate, I can't believe that. That's just that's good right there. But what did you get her for the anniversary though? Did you get her something nice? Thanks for everybody that's watching, by the way. Like, share, comment, all that sort of stuff. Can't believe that you've I'll get her flowers in a card. Oh, I don't know. What just happened? Mate, she'll forgive you. Just grovel. Just be nice to her. Just don't, I don't know. 1 year anniversary. That's the most important anniversary. Oh! Here's a question. See when she phoned you or you phoned her, did she find out that you had forgot the anniversary? I'm really not sure if I'm allowed to do this, right? But fuck it, it'd be quite funny. I'll probably end up getting fucking my channel taken down, but let's see. I can't believe this is the song, right? I'll send you the song that I'm thinking of. What's that song? See that song where it's all those people from Africa and they've got the coffins above their head. And it's that death song because the person's died. That's going to be you on Monday. See, she phoned a few minutes ago. Chat. Coffin dance. That's the song. That one. Yeah. Play that as you go in. Hi, Miguel Diaz. Yeah. Do you? You answer. You definitely answer. And you put that coffin dance song in the background. And you worry like you do. Oh, that's just going to happen. Actually, that's brilliant. That's made my night. Not that not that it's funny. It's the fact that you've completely forgot and just went. I forgot to text her. I forgot her anniversary, and then I get the blame for it. Thanks. It's quite funny. If anybody's just tuned in, you're getting marital advice here. Don't play it. It's copyrighted. Yeah, I was going to put it on. That's why I said play it. I was thinking about it. I thought I can't because I'll get taken down. But that's why I'm saying play it on your own side. She shout, mate. She will shout at you. You're going to give her flowers for our first anniversary. I don't know what the first anniversary present is actually. Let's see. I know it's not flowers though. First year anniversary. So traditionally, it's paper as your first year anniversary gift, and that's traditional. But modern is a clock, and I'm telling you, don't give her a timepiece because that'll rub it in. She will not be amused. She hung up. Ah well. She'll forgive you. There you go. Nah, surely not. Surely it won't be Monday. Surely she wouldn't do that. Yeah, he's not married, but come on, first year anniversary. I can't believe that he's anyway. Well, she's been seeing you for a year, so I doubt she'll have a new boyfriend by Monday. And if she's 17, she's not old enough to go on Tinder, so she can't. Here you go. There you go. Listen to George there. George is 50 odd. George knows this stuff. That's what I would say. I would just give her a letter and go, oh, well, the first anniversary for a wedding is actual... it's actual paper. Just blame it on COVID, mate. Just go like that. Or I sent it. Obviously, the post office has been pretty stretched with COVID. You should have had it, but you didn't. Oh, I'm really sorry. And then buy something decent. Oh, well, yeah. 16 people are watching. Thank you if you're still watching. Like, share, comment, all that sort of stuff. And the game's kicked off. So we're seeing Liverpool kicking left to right. And they're up the park. I'm going to assume that Klopp has went absolutely through them and give them a pretty hard time, to be honest. Who's going to get the harder time? The Liverpool players or Trevor on Monday morning? What do I do if she doesn't talk to me? Sign language. Boom! Winning. Sign to her. Sign to her. Ah. Tell you, by the way, this channel's turning into an agony and I've got this. But yeah, sign language. If she doesn't talk to you, just sign to her. So I would do it. And then hopefully she finds that I'm using and then forgives you. Mane, oh, he's got Trent Arnold's got it, oh! And he decides to put it back to Firmino, and Firmino just can't quite get there. That's Liverpool have been playing the better. Been playing the better of the two teams the first 2 minutes of the second half. I would just say that you've got a phone and it's broken and you couldn't get in touch with her because you couldn't borrow your mum's phone. That's what I would do. Here's Salah and Trent Arnold. Salah's got his head up. Nobody in the box though. Firmino's claiming for a handball, but it's not going to be given. Hi Miguel. She's calling me again. I'm back. Hang up on her. Honestly, I would just phone her and go, right, what do you want? What did she buy you for a anniversary present? I'll put it back on her. But anyway, we see Chelsea, free kick. But Liverpool have been the better team this first 3 minutes. Mane almost made something of that there. So if it keeps going the way it's going, we could see a Liverpool goal soon. I think Klopp's basically said, look, get out there, try and get a goal. We don't really have a defence. It's better to score more goals than we concede. So we see Salah, and the ball's going to go out for a corner. Exactly, just tell it to tune in. Oh, Liverpool almost. Fabinho just can't quite direct that goalward. So, looking at the tactics, Liverpool do seem to be still playing a high line. Timo Werner still on for Chelsea. I don't see Giroud coming on till about 80th minute if he comes on at all. As I say that, the ball gets played up high to Timo Werner. Can't quite get there. But you see what they're trying to do again. They're trying to catch Liverpool on the break. Now, when you've got a player like Ziyech in your team who can play a phenomenal ball, it doesn't have to be at the halfway line to play a good ball to Werner. He could be in his own penalty box. Something that Liverpool have to watch out for. But here's Liverpool. and it's Mount, and surprisingly Liverpool were able to defend that quite well, but they lose possession here to Azpilicueta. Ziyech through to Mason Mount. Yeah, it's pretty much nothing came of that. Let's come back to the agony aunt section. She did get me a new computer from her. So. She got you a computer, and you're going to buy her flowers or paper, mate. What kind of computer did she get you? Speak again on Monday, mate. You are in for a bollocking, and not even in a good sense. Mason Mount, ball with the Chilwell. Timo Werner's pointing. Timo Werner was pointing to put the ball just in front of him, but he decided to put the ball back to Kante. Timo Werner's got the ball over to Chilwell. What can Chilwell do with it? And here's Kante, put the ball out to the right hand side to Reece. So Chelsea now no longer have to chase this game. They've got the one goal lead. So you can see this in their play. They're just being patient. Hopefully Trevor's girlfriend's patient on Monday. Chilwell shoots. Alisson spills it. Oh, but then when Ziyech shoots it, Alisson gets down really, really well. Exactly, Eagles, exactly. There you go, big anniversary shout out, exactly. I'll say, he told me it's your 2-year anniversary. Yeah, Dell's the Dell XPS, I'm familiar. It's Thomas. I'm pretty familiar. Oh, Manny shoots! And he just, honestly, all I had to do was just chip it over Mendy, but is this going to be offside? And he did. It's offside. I buy her a MacBook and a watch and stuff. That's cheap. The desktop XPS. Yeah, I'm familiar with the Dell range. It's quite a pricey computer. Does she work, or is she just from quite a well-off family to be able to buy you that after 1 year? Kante, tell you she'll be calling you that on Monday. Quite a lot. Kante, Reece. And the ball over to Timo Werner. Timo Werner! Oh! You can't quite get a touch onto that. And it goes to Alisson. But again, that was that long ball over, and it was Timo Werner and one defender. Well, you call him a defender. It was Fabinho in the box. So it was quite a... Again, Chelsea can open up this Liverpool team quite easily at the back. You feel that if they put on Giroud and just leave Giroud up the park, he will get a goal. It's okay with Timo Werner chasing the game and chasing the ball and stuff, but you put Giroud up the park in the 18-yard box, he'll just hover about there and he will get a goal. If you've got players like Ziyech and Mount that are going to put in the leg work to get the ball in there. What a very expensive gift. We work together. I wonder why she says she'll see you on Sunday. See you on Monday when you'll see her on the Sunday. She'll definitely put your hands in the toaster, like. It's the only way that you're going to get a sticky finger. Oh, I can't help myself. I meant to be professional on YouTube, but I can't always help it. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, like, share, comment, all that sort of stuff. There's Thomas looking at young love and all that sort of stuff, and I'm thinking about, will I get a korma? Different worlds, different things to worry about, eh? Do you stay quite close to her? I mean, can you go over and see her? Can you chap her door? On Saturday, not just now. It's a bit too late. Well, Friday actually. Ball's going to come down to Mane. Mane's going to get it. He should pass. He's trying to beat the defenders. When he had Trent Arnold there, he finally passes the ball. He finally does pass the ball to Trent Arnold, to Robertson, to Curtis Jones, and Curtis Jones to throw into Liverpool. Hi, man. Thomas has done it again. I would go in. I'd still go in. I actually I used to work at McDonald's when I was at college. It's just before I went to university, and I used to. This is a true story. I used to work with these two folk, and she got the job first, and she got her boyfriend the job next to her, and they were seeing each other for a couple of years prior to them working together. So they were in their early 20s, and he had a car, etc., etc., and they were getting on pretty well. But the more they worked at McDonald's, the fatter he got, and she didn't eat McDonald's, so she was still quite thin. And so at some point, she decided that she didn't want to be with him anymore. So what she done was, she was at his house. No, she was at her. Yeah, she was at his house. That's what it was. At his house, and she says, "Can you drop me off?" So he drives from his house to her house. She gets dropped off. As soon as she gets dropped off out the car, she's in the house, and she sends this pre-written email to him, saying that she doesn't want to be with him anymore, and that he's basically dumped. but they still had to work together for the next year. He was gutted, absolutely gutted. But yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen to you and somebody. But it made for an interesting work environment. Salah is not happy, by the way. He's shaking his head. I think he's getting, yeah. He's been taken off. Salah's been taken off, and they've put on Oxlade-Chamberlain. 62nd minute, Salah comes off. Taking off Curtis Jones. I can just hear every single, to bring on Jota, I can just hear every single Liverpool fan just now shouting, why have you taken off Salah and Curtis Jones? Ah, mate, I don't understand. Yo, my girlfriend's at the door, not even joking. Ask for a hug. Exactly, be brave. Here's Firmino. Eagles, it could be fake, it could be real. Either way, it's an interesting story. Keeps the chat going. So Chelsea have had 11 attempts on goal. Liverpool 6, but Chelsea have had 5 on target, and Liverpool have had none. What is the thought process of taking off Mohamed Salah? Surely, again, he could be injured, but he was coming off and he was shaking his head and he wasn't happy, so I don't think he's injured. For me, it would have been Firmino I would have taken off. As I said previously, and I said in prior games, I think there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes with Mohamed Salah. I don't see him being at Liverpool next season. I really don't. See him there just going mental. He's shaking his head. He's throwing things about. He's not happy at all. Quite right. He didn't have a bad game. When you compare him to the other players of Liverpool, he didn't play any worse. So. And there's a cross in there from Chelsea. It was a really poor free kick actually. In the end, I've never seen that programme Eagles, but if it's as funny as his life, it could be quite interesting. It would be quite funny if she just gives him the computer and then dumps him. I'd be like, I've got a PC out of it, I'm happy, bye. Means I can watch GC Watchalong now in HD or 4K resolution with a kick-ass PC. There's the ball there over to Trent-Arnold. Mane's not really moving too well. I mean, he's not obviously injured, but I don't know if he's a little bit tired. He's just not as much movement from him as I would like to see. Off comes Ziyech. He's not had a bad game actually. And on comes Pulisic, but Pulisic's been pretty good these past few weeks when he's came on. So they'll be looking to get another goal here. I quite like the way that Chelsea have played the past few weeks under Tuchel, but you've also got to point out as well that they didn't play for Frank Lampard in the end. It's still the same team, still the same squad. The style of play hasn't changed too much. It was more of a players down in tools that got Lampard the sack. But I've always said, I think he was only a temporary manager anyway during that embargo. I don't think he was ever seen as a long-term manager. But again, if you're a Chelsea manager, you've got a 3-year career anyway. Ball on by Alexander-Arnold, and it's going to be a corner. Jorginho there gets the ball away. Hi Barry. Right, let's see. So what we're thinking, a card. Why is it deleted? That's better. Not okay. What is 4 times? I didn't delete it. I've been too busy looking at the game. And they put the ball in there, Liverpool, but it was a poor corner in the end. Delete. I don't know if you ever watch wrestling, but if you ever watch TNA with Matt Hardy with his persona with delete, that's what you should send her, and she'll burn you on Sunday. I only accidentally deleted one person's message earlier, which I didn't mean to do, but that was in the first half. It's always YouTube, honestly. The amount of times that I put up my content and it just forgets thumbnails or descriptions or tags, and I've got to fix it. You would think with it being ran by Google, or Google being one of their parent companies, that it would work a lot better, but it doesn't always. So Chelsea have got the ball in their own half. Now there's not a lot been going on really in the second half. Chelsea are just passing the ball about. There's no real urgency at the moment to get a second goal. They've brought in Pulisic, but obviously with Liverpool changing their team around, took off Curtis Jones and they took off Mohamed Salah, and those two were having probably the better games of the Liverpool team, and they brought on Oxlade-Chamberlain. No disrespect to Chamberlain, but I don't see him as any more creative than Salah. I think the Liverpool fans, it'll be interesting to watch them after this watch along, just to see what their reaction is, because they must be shouting and screaming, "Here's Mane!" and he's basically being pushed off the ball. They'll be screaming at this. Why is Liverpool playing like this? And it comes down to Klopp. Klopp's making them play a high line. Klopp's making the substitutions. And as I said, I don't see Salah there next season. There's something behind the scenes that just he's either decided I want a new challenge, or there's been some sort of rift behind the scenes. But I will be shocked if he's there next season. I quite like Curtis Jones, so as I always say, I think you're probably better trying to not build the team around him, but maybe build some of the midfield around him. And the fact that he's been taken off quite early on, actually, 60th minute, I thought. I don't know what Klopp's mindset is when it comes to this. Right. I actually read that until I seen the comma. I was in the shower watching you. I was going to say, well, that was awkward, but I seen the comma. So she came to your door. What did she do? Because you're still alive. Here's Manny, put the ball through. It didn't come to anything at all. What are they going to do? Right, so thank you everybody that's still watching. Like, share, comment, all that. So Thiago Jota, who's came on, obviously, he's not done too much so far, but Liverpool haven't improved since taking off Curtis Jones and Salah. I would say, if anything, they are less of a threat going forward. And we see Chelsea still playing the same way they have all game. Timo Werner has got the ball just now, actually, chasing the ball down, giving the makeshift Liverpool defence a lot of pressure. There's a ball over to the right wing to Reece James. 72 minutes. I wouldn't mind Giroud coming on, by the way, just now. I think Giroud would get the next goal for Chelsea if he came on. I think Timo Werner does play well when Liverpool are playing a high line. And I'm not sure if they're still playing that high line. I need to see during the gameplay. But I'd pop Giroud on about 75 minutes. But here's Firmino, Robertson. Firmino's done not a lot in this game. I don't know why they opted to take Salah off and keep Firmino on. But I said the exact same thing about Rashford last night in the Man U game. Why take off Cavani, who's had no service, and keep on Rashford? But I'm not a football manager. Here's Thiago. He's got Arnold there. So they're just passing it about halfway line. Fabinho stays back, as does Timo Werner, just ready to pounce anytime that the ball gets kicked up to Werner. And we know from the previous disallowed goal that Werner does have every opportunity to be quicker than Fabinho. Hi Kagri, hi to come back. Hi Kagri. Kagri's back. Exactly, that's what I do, Eagles. Exactly. And she says a gift, just get her something cheap. Something cheap. Sounds like it sounds like she'll take the gift and then you'll get dumped anyway. So buy her something cheap anyway. Cheap and cheerful. Cheap and cheerful. Don't let her bully you into buying gifts. Kante's done actually really well this game. He's pretty much dominated his area of the pitch, and Liverpool. There's going to be a lot of analysis after this game, which I wouldn't mind doing, but I'm not going to. There's going to be a lot of analysis on Liverpool. Because what Klopp's going to say is, Klopp's going to come out and say, oh, here's play the ball, Timo Werner, oh, and then Alisson gets to it, but that ball should have been played earlier, Because what then happened was Timo Werner, Mount had the opportunity to thread the ball through, which would have put Timo Werner through at about the penalty spot. But what he's done is he's actually waited, so when he does finally play it through, Timo Werner is at such an angle that he's never going to beat Alisson from there. And it's a corner. But yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of... So Klopp's going to come out and say, look, we don't have a defence, it's the 15th change of defensive personnel, the game was against us. If we had defenders, then we would have got a better result. As it stands now, we only got beat 1-0, all that sort of stuff. But you've got to look at it and say, well, could you have done more? So here comes James Milner on now. This is a man who will make a difference, actually, in this defence. But who are they going to bring off? They brought off Salah the last time, so they're going to bring off like Mane or something like that. Some ridiculous decision. I still don't know why they took him off. I'll be watching the analysis after this just to see what people are saying and what the fallout is for Klopp, because this is just a bad decisions, and he's going to use the defence, the defensive problem as an excuse when it is, but it's not entirely. But I feel that that's what he's going to do. And here's Kabak, got it. So Liverpool are just passing it about their defence just now, not doing too much with it. James Milner's going to come on. I don't know who for. I wouldn't want to guess after Salah coming off. So we'll get her. Yes, you do. Don't know when my next stream will be. Don't know. Depends on what I do tomorrow. I'm going to try and get a cycle in tomorrow or something like that. Take some time. Just get a cycle, get some stuff done. There's Thiago. Come on, Robertson. Put the ball in. Puts the ball in. And it doesn't make it through to an attacker. Christensen put the ball out for a throw in. Oh, so you'll tell me at the end of the stream. That sounds ominous. So Milner on, and Mount is also Mount's coming off for Chelsea, the goal scorer, 42 minutes. So I believe it was Fabinho that went off for Liverpool. I'll need to check that in a second. So Kovacic comes on for Chelsea, and I believe Fabinho came off for Liverpool, which, if that is the case, that means it's another defensive change. No, in fact, it wasn't Fabinho. I'll find out who it was now. I just took my eye off the thing, so I didn't see who changed. Thiago, that's who it was, Thiago. Thiago came off. Oh! Firmino gets the ball! Oh, he got the ball there because there was a slip there from Christensen. He wasn't anticipating it, but if he had been, obviously you don't anticipate a slip, but if he'd got onto that ball that a bit sooner, he was 1-on-1 with Mendy. Oh, high tech. You bring it to Scotland, mate. You bring it to Scotland. Bring it to Scotland. She'll love it. She'll be loving it, loving it, loving it. Hi, Mohammed. Chelsea have done actually not too bad, to be fair. They should have won this game by a lot more. I still want to see Giroud come on. No, I want to see him play against this Liverpool back four, because I think he would still get a goal. So now Liverpool, although they're still playing quite a high line, they're keeping 2 players back in defence, as well as before they only had 1 player back. Ball over. Can Trent Arnold? Mendy gets to it before Trent Arnold. Fantastic. He's not been asked to do too much tonight. The saves have been pretty simple. Just wait to check the scores. Fabinho. So we're 84 minutes in, and I really don't see who do you think will buy Ivan Toney from Brentford. Hi Ben. Not entirely sure. We'll put the question out to. We'll put the shout out to the people in the chat. Who do you think will buy Ivan Toney from Brentford? I don't see Liverpool winning this game. They've got 6 minutes plus stoppage, but they've been. I wouldn't even say a shell of their former self. They had 2 great seasons, and this season they've been lacklustre. Ball, they put a cross in, it's terrible. Even with the injury to Van Dijk, let's just say for example that didn't happen. I still don't see Liverpool finishing as a winner if they had Van Dijk and Gomez. Here's Firmino, beats his man, puts the ball in the box. Oh, and Kabak almost gets there, but he shoots. It was picked up there. It was picked up there by the Chelsea defenders, and it was Reece James and Azpilicueta that stopped. Sorry, it was Chilwell that stopped Kabak from scoring. There we are, Ben. There's your question answered. Fulham, who will be in the Championship next season. I think, unfortunately, I don't see Newcastle going down. We've got 5 minutes left in this game. If you're a Liverpool fan, you're shouting at your screen. And we saw Manny shouting at was it Salah last week? And then we saw Manny in the first half accusing somebody of sleeping, and I thought he was aiming that at Salah. I don't know, but then Salah came off in the 60th minute and he wasn't amused and he started throwing stuff about. So what was going on there? we'll probably find out tonight or the next coming days. There'll be some sort of video that does the rounds showing us what happened. See what's saying on Twitter actually, because that'll probably be quite a good place to look. So let's see what they're saying. They're saying in the first shot on target, 8 to 5 minutes for Liverpool. Yeah, that sounds about right. Sounds about right. They've had a few shots on goal, but not on target. They've when you get the ball forward to Liverpool, though, when you get the ball to their Thiagos, their Milners, their Thiagos, their Salahs, their Manes, their Firminos, their Curtis Jones. It doesn't matter who's in your defence. You're now playing attacking, so you should be able to get a lot of goals with those players. Klopp took off Salah, which probably find out why he done that later on, but he took off Curtis Jones as well, who was having a good game. He's brought on Oxlade-Chamberlain, and to be honest with you, I actually forgot he brought him on. It was only because I'm talking about this just now that I've remembered that it was Chamberlain that he brought on. That is how much he's done in this game. We see Mane getting pushed. Oh, that was a Sorian. Mane gets pushed by Rudiger, and then Kovacic kicks the ball clean off Mane's face on purpose. Mane is not happy, but yeah. Anyway, Liverpool get a free kick, and they've got it, and they've got 2 minutes to get something in this game. Chelsea played really well in the first half. The second half, they've done okay. They've not played that well. You know, they've not played the same as they played in the first half. I thought they would have tried to have gotten a second goal to try and end this game. But there's Alisson again comes out, and this time he does get to it. And he's able to clear it. The last time he tried to clear it, he allowed Werner to score, although it was disallowed due to it being apparently offside. But yeah, we're in the last minute of normal time, and Liverpool put the ball up the right wing, and it gets nowhere near Chamberlain. Rudiger just stands there and takes it quite easily. Which side are you in? I don't support either side. Don't support either side, Mohammed. I support United, which, being honest, like, share, comment if you like to hear about marital advice. I'm your agony aunt here. We'll find out on Monday. If Thomas doesn't come back to any watch-alongs after Monday, we'll know that his bird killed him. Firmino puts the ball through, and it almost finds its way through to, I think that was Milner. But Christensen puts the ball out for a corner. Now there's 3 minutes of stoppage time. This has to be a good cross, and Chelsea have decided to make a substitution at this point, and it's not Giroud, but it is Werner going off. I really wanted to see Giroud, but they've decided to bring on Kai Havertz. For me, Timo Werner had probably one of the best games he's played this season. Well, the first half anyway. Alexander-Arnold puts the ball in. It's not the best, but Milner's going to pick it up at the edge of the box. He looks for support and he plays all the way back to Robertson. Robertson puts the ball cross wing to Trent-Arnold, and he easily loses possession there to Rudiger. He opted to take a one-touch cross and it didn't pay off. That pretty much sums up Liverpool's day today. But James Milner's now coming. He's got Mane. He's got people in the box. Mane. But that's going to be a throw-in. So Andreas Christensen gets man in the match. I'm not saying it's undeserved. I think there's a few players in that Chelsea team that the man of the match could have went to. I think every single player in that team has played really well. Mason Mount being one who did get the goal, and Timo Werner pulled the defenders away so he could keep his run on in the box to get the shot away. But anyway, 30 seconds left of this game. I think there'll be a little bit more stoppage time just due to the going out to play and stuff. Thank you everybody that's commented, like, share, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. Hey, let's see what's happening. So, what side are you in? Yeah, crisps or crisps? Crisps, but a hard decision. I might actually get some crisps actually. I've actually got crisps there, I think. What side are you, Mohammed? I keep thinking I'm going to get a corner, by the way, and I better not order a corner, but I need to eat something. Not that I'm hungry, but I just fancy something like bad to eat. Oh, and it ends 1-0, well, or 0-1. So Klopp's talking to the fourth official here. There's not a lot that can be said, to be honest, but I'm going to end here. Thank you very much, everybody that's liked, shared, commented, disliked. I'm going to assume that Thomas will still be alive this time tomorrow, but this time Monday night he might be hanging somewhere. So thanks, Eagles, George, all that, everybody that's been kind enough to stay and support the channel tonight. Boris Johnson, we better get out of this pandemic fucking soon. Lockdown, fucking getting on my tits. Right. Wait soon. Right, bye. Right, everybody's bye. Bye bye.